Never miss the latest Game Tea. Check us out on social media. You can find us on Facebook at The Game Tea Podcast, and you can find us on Twitter at Game Tea Podcast X. We post memes, gaming news, retweet friends of the pod, and of course, let you know when new episodes are available for your sippin' pleasure. Links are all available in the description of this episode, so check them out after the show, and thank you so much for listening to the Game Tea Podcast.
Everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Game Tea Podcast. My name is JP.
And I'm Czar.
Joining us in the studio today, we've got two old friends. Well, one old friend and one person I'm seeing for the first time. Everybody, please welcome back Chez.
Woo! Yeah, wild Chez appears.
Oh my god. And of course, Chez brought a good friend with him. Cyrah, introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Cyrah. I live on an island somewhere.
Okay, well, you can go ahead and say the name of the island if you'd like.
It's not
Are
like
you sure I'm not going to get doxxed?
No, but
I live in
go
Hawaii,
ahead.
on the island of Oahu. Here's my zip code.
I think that's where. All right. Yeah, here's my address, here's my zip code, here's my blood type.
But please don't dox me.
I know this isn't the point, but isn't that where Markiplier was born? Same island?
Is it?
Yeah, Oahu.
I didn't know Markiplier was born in Hawaii.
It's like the third thing to know about Markiplier.
Huh. You do
I
have
didn't
his
know
nude
there was
calendar.
a list.
I do have his nude calendar. That's true. And signed by Markiplier. I love that thing. It's my prized possession. All right. Before we get into what we're talking about on today's episode, Chez, what the fuck? Why are you back in Omaha?
Well, I had to give Czar his copy of Stray.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. The game I'm never going to be able to play because it's
And
for
why?
PlayStation
Yeah,
5
yeah, why can't
And
you
PC.
play it?
and PC. But the copy I got right here says PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
And do you own a PlayStation 5?
Nope. And even if I do own a PlayStation 5, I'm going to get the digital. So I'm really never going to be...
Are you fucking me right now? Why would you not at least open it and play it?
Mint in box, baby.
How?
You did the same thing with the Mario collection, and now nobody can get rid of them.
Yeah.
You're like, no. How many,
My foresight wasn't the greatest on that purchase.
How many
or
do you
like
own?
6 purchases.
how many do you own? Is that it? 6?
No, I think I've got 4 of them. One opened copy.
Oh my god.
Was that the Mario collection? That was the one that you were buying, like, you know, as like an investment that you think is going to, like...
An
Yeah.
investment,
Yeah.
he says.
Well, because they said it was a limited release, they were only printing a limited number of those Super Mario All-Stars.
Whatever.
Turns out they fucking lied.
Who's they?
Nintendo.
They lie all the time.
I don't think anyone's surprised about it at this point.
Zach
For
is.
me.
He's like, Zach would be. He's like, what?
I'm
Nintendo?
shocked, I tell you.
Well, not that shocked. And Cyrah, like, what is your deal? Like,
She brought us Hawaiian candy, man. Don't be mean to her.
she did bring
What
us
do you
Hawaiian.
do?
What do you like?
What do I do? Oh,
do
Who do you know here?
Okay,
Who do I know here?
so it's really funny because if we need a good story about gaming and how it brings people together, Cyrah, you became a friend of like our subgroup of friends through gaming, right?
Yeah.
What's the story there?
Well, I think I've known most of these people since I was in middle school.
Was it?
So
was it
through.
Overwatch?
No, it was not. It was League
worse.
of Legends.
Oh, Jesus!
I know. I made it worse.
Lol.
Oh God!
But,
God, no!
Anything but League.
League of Legends.
yeah, I met one person, which in turn made me meet another person, and
Who was the
apparently
first? Out of curiosity,
His
It
name
was-
is Jaden, but
Okay,
yeah, you probably don't know him.
I probably do not.
You probably do not.
There's like a line of 7 people before it hits me.
There's probably more than that. There's like I met him, and then I met like 5 other people, and then all of a sudden now I have like 30 people I know in surprisingly Omaha, Nebraska, the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, and what's it? Because you're from Hawaii, so Omaha is it everything you were hoping? It
Yeah,
would be?
this has got to be a huge culture shock to you. Just the
We went
absolute
to-
nothingness.
Me, Chez, and I don't know if you know Jakey.
Yes, another
Goodwin.
friend of ours, Jake. Yep, I know Jake.
Naked
Sorry.
Jakey?
You can say his last name, Jake Goodwin. I'm talking.
I'm sorry.
I'm
was
talking to you specifically.
I don't want to dox him. But
Everybody high listening to this name, Jake, is like, holy shit.
Oh
I gotta
my
find
God.
this man. But the three of us went to Pepper Jack's, and obviously, like in Hawaii, we don't have a lot of the chains that you guys have here. And I got a salad, and it was the saltiest salad I've
You got
ever.
a salad at Pepper
That's
Jack's?
what I'm saying.
Well, I just thought. I mean, like because I've been eating so much bread here.
Yeah, that's
That's what we
You
It's
gotta
so
get that
much
bread,
bread.
man.
You gotta get the bread.
It was
You know
so
what they
much
call
bread.
us in Hawaii?
Fat?
Yes.
Mainlanders. You guys are mainlanders.
I can see that.
How is that an insult? That's
That
true.
is
That's 100.
absolutely not.
You guys are the mainland.
They're calling us a slur, probably.
No, it's the mainland.
Probably. We've been over this. There's no slurs for white people.
There is. It's called haole.
Oh,
Yeah, but if
we
you get
have to censor
offended,
that?
howling. Yeah, but
Did you hear what she said?
who's the? If you get offended when someone says howly, isn't that a Tom Segura joke? Like if you
that's
get
sort of-
offended when someone says howly,
well, he called me a cracker, so I stabbed him.
So oh my God, how off the rails is this guy?
it's very. All right. Here's what we're doing today, you bunch of hooligans. Number one, Chez, you picked a great day to come back because today we're talking about The Last of Us season finale and basically the show as a whole, how we thought it went. Next up, Czar, it's a good day for you too because we're talking about Mario Day and how we all celebrated. So let's do it. I don't even know where to get started with this. What are we drinking?
We are drinking a hodgepodge of mixes because I did the pick 6 for 10 over at, I think it was Baker's or something.
Good for you. I'm already drunk.
Yeah, you're already drunk.
I'm already, yeah. Well, that first beer you gave me was almost 8%.
Oh, I
didn't
count the percent. I just grabbed
Me
beers.
neither. That's why we're in this predicament.
So I'm a vanilla bean deep, and I am now working on a Boulevard Brewing Co. That's a local. No, that's Colorado. Berry Noir. It's dark, tart, and crisp. Ooh.
And I see you're having a very fine Mr. Pibb.
No, it's just Pip now.
Yeah, they got rid of the Mister.
They got rid of the Mister.
He's
It's-
not official.
Yeah.
What?
It's Pib Extra, I believe.
Yeah.
Is that because you walked in here and you were like, this place is fucking awesome?
Yeah, no. Czar took me into the break room, and I had a breakdown. It was the greatest thing I've ever seen.
They got ping pong. They got soda. They got a coffee machine.
Have you seen the TikTok of the Disney adults that like break down in front of Disney Castle? You should remake that video, but it's in front of the
Soda fountain in a break
Hey,
room.
now, this is what
have
dreams
Pib.
are made of.
Yeah, my break room has water. You can get it hot or cold.
That's fucking funny.
I almost spit my beer out.
I don't know why that's funny. It's hilarious, though.
You can get it hot or you can get it cold.
All right, now one last thing before we actually get to the news today. We have a new part of this, Chez. What games are you playing right now? Cyrah, since you're the guestiest of guests, sure, Chez is a guest, but you're a guestier guest. Does that make sense?
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah, that's what I thought. What video games are you playing right now?
League of Legends.
Ha!
Are you kidding me?
Lol.
Still?
I know. I'm
Still.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Let me just ask you a question. Why?
It's the only thing I'm good at.
He was actually pretty good at Rainbow Six Siege.
that really actually made me sad.
Well, but that was like so long ago, and it's kind of turned into a not so good game.
Nobody talks about Siege anymore. Nobody talks about Siege. When was the last time? Zara, when was the last time you heard someone talk about Siege?
Maybe 3 years ago.
Give or take, Jesus. You made me really sad. I'll stop making fun of you, but not by much.
Are you
League
really
of
not playing anything
Legends.
else?
Hogwarts Legacy?
No.
Oh,
I mean, I was playing what's it called, Elden Ring, and then I decided I don't want to finish the game because I don't want it to end. And I didn't finish it.
Oh.
not because you couldn't get it to end,
See-
because that's why I stopped.
Couldn't be that.
I didn't finish that game because I wanted it to end.
Jesus Christ.
I didn't want it to end. I don't want it to end.
Fuck you guys.
Jess, what are you playing?
Well, I mean, I would be playing Elden Ring, but I don't want it to end, so I haven't even started.
So I haven't even started.
Didn't even start it.
So I was playing Hogwarts Legacy a little bit, but that got really boring, so I stopped. So I think right now I'm bouncing mostly between Rocket League again, and
You're back on Rocket League.
That checks out.
yeah, no, I mean,
Wow.
Can't stop, won't stop.
I know. And you know what's really funny is I was thinking literally 2 hours ago I should get back into Rocket League. I literally thought that. I was like,
Something about Chez being in town. You're just like, I gotta play Rocket League.
just
Yeah.
at my desk
It's
at
time.
work. Like, when was the
I
last
can
time we
feel it.
played Rocket League?
in all reality, like, I played World of Warcraft for a little bit, like the new expansion. It was like they did some good stuff, they did some bad stuff, but really, right now, what I'm waiting for is Baldur's Gate 3.
Yes.
Ooh,
See, I told you people were excited about that game.
I didn't believe you.
Well, because it's made by the people that did Divinity Original Sin 2.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and also, apparently, I just found this out, they got J.K. Simmons doing one of the voices of the characters.
No fucking way. No, you don't understand. J.K. Simmons is one of my favorite actors, voice actors
He's
ever.
so good.
For the listeners, what does J.K. Simmons do?
J.K. Simmons, first of all, he was Omni-Man in Invincible. Second of all, he was the mean guy in Whiplash, one of my favorite movies of all time. Third of all, he played that very small, insignificant role that I loved, and I Love You Man, as the gay guy's father,
He was
who
also
was
in
very
Palm Springs.
accepting. You what?
He was the antagonist in Palm Springs.
Exactly.
He was
J. Jonah
also
Jameson and
Jameson.
Spider-Man?
Yeah. He needs more pictures.
of Spider-Man!
Need more pictures of Spider-Man.
I told you.
Not J. Jonah Jameson. J.K. Simmons is probably like one of like the greatest angry actors of all time.
Oh, he's fucking brilliant. And
Good angry actor never
Watch-
goes out of style.
watch Whiplash.
Whiplash is actually like probably one of my top 10 movies of all time.
It's so fucking good. Have you watched Whiplash?
I'm not
Anybody?
sure.
It's great. All right. I guess it's on to me. Yeah, I'm playing Hogwarts Legacy. At 20, I'm a Gryffindor. 25 hours in. It's going.
It's going.
I'll tell you what, though. It's funny because Chez reached out to me probably about 3 weeks ago on Discord, like, hey, what do you think? And I'm like, I just haven't put enough hours into it. And then I've been sick over the weekend, so finally I put in like 12 hours, and I'm up to like 25. And I gotta say, it's fucking awesome, but some of your criticism was correct. The story is just pretty dull.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
what pisses me off the most about that game is fucking lockpicking. Why
Hello,
is
Hamura.
that a gameplay feature? Because you are standing there and you watch other students use Alohomora. You think they're having to twiddle the dials on the inside of the fucking lock? No, the lock just fucking opens for them. And yet I'm sitting here for 3 minutes like, okay, does the green fit? Does the red fit? Can I move on with this fucking story?
Dude, if it takes you 3 fucking minutes, you deserve to suffer. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
I think, like, I told you about this, like, I wish that those utility spells, they would just assign to a button. Reparo, Lumos.
Yes.
Yep.
I agree.
Alohomora, it should all be one button. It shouldn't take up one of your slots.
No, like those slots should be used with fighting because that's where it's the most fun. But even then, it's a little frustrating because I find like moving between spell slots very unintuitive.
Yeah, it sucks.
When you're in the heat of battle and you're like, okay, I gotta press R2, then go to the D-pad to find the right slot of spells, except I don't remember what slot of spells has what I need because I'm in the middle of battle and I forgot. It's just a thing.
I just recently got through Hogwarts, and I never put a single skill point into an extra spell slot. I switched out every single spell.
God.
What is wrong with you?
It was great. It provided that little break in the action that you were talking about with Final Fantasy VII Remake that was essential to plan your next strategy.
Pausing the game is not the same thing.
Yeah, that's
It's
like,
close.
That's too much downtime, I think. Like, if you have, that's so much tedium added to your game. Like, the thing is, you shouldn't have had to do that.
That's true. It should have been more intuitive from the get-go, but I also really didn't like investing skills into an essential gameplay feature.
It's like, sure, the game was transphobic, but the mechanics. Ugh.
I mean, we don't have to get into the transphobia of the game right now if we don't want to.
We've briefly touched on it at points anyway, although mostly it was before the game came out. We've got a review of Hogwarts Legacy coming up.
You just gotta finish the fucking game first.
And you have to play The Last of Us. We're all not doing things.
How can I play it? I don't have a PlayStation 5. We talked about this
Then
with
why
Stray.
did you get Stray?
Well,
Because
Last of Us
Chez
on
is a
Steam.
wonderful human being.
Last of Us is on Steam.
That's true.
I don't know about part 2, but the first part of it is on Steam now.
Wait, what? I thought it was still releasing.
Was it? Is it still
mean-
releasing?
Yeah, no, I checked on it a little bit
I'm pretty
ago.
sure that they've released it. I saw it on there. Like, it was advertised.
I don't
Maybe
know.
they were just
I
advertising the
I own a
pre-release.
PS5 like a decent human being,
Feels
so
like-
I.
Oh, like a decent human being. Ooh, stick your nose up at me.
Let's take a look. All right. I guess we could do fact checker music here.
Are you kidding?
Fact checker!
Already? Jesus Christ.
Last of Us Part 1. I'm honestly looking at this through my Steam app, so this is how we're fact checking.
While we're
these
waiting for you, are you playing anything new, or are you still on Hogwarts Legacy, Czar?
No, I just beat Hogwarts Legacy. 100%ed it, and so now I'm trying to figure out what I want to play next. Probably SpongeBob and the Cosmic Shake, because I could use a break from, like, the real world.
Jesus Christ, I bought that game too, and I played it for like 2 minutes, and
Well, yeah, because then Hogwarts came out.
yeah, that's why. It had nothing to do with the cringy dialogue.
Well, that's fair too. No, I'm just waiting for like April 22nd when Dead Island 2 comes out.
There you go.
That's all I'm waiting for.
Confirmed, Last of Us is not available. It's coming March 28th.
The Fact Checker.
It's available for pre-purchase on Steam.
Hey, that's this month though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
it is later in the month.
Soon, TM.
15 days.
Yeah.
All right. We are talking about The Last of Us, so let's just move on to the first thing that we're talking about. The Last of Us TV show ended Sunday night. Now,
Do we want spoilers or do we want to, like...
Wait, did it actually?
Yeah, it was the last episode on Sunday.
Is that just a season finale or a series?
Season.
it's a but that's the big question is like, has the show been approved for season 2 yet?
Why
Why
wouldn't,
wouldn't
it be?
it?
Well, because they have to remaster the first season first.
Yeah. Okay.
That's fair.
Here's my look, the spoilers question is a good question. Here's my mindset. We're talking about a show, about a game that has been out since 2013, technically. That is a 10-year-old game. I say spoilers are off the table. If at this point something gets spoiled about this game, and it's not like it's a niche game, it's like one of the games that everyone's like, oh, you should play this. That's on you.
Cyrah, you're watching the show, and you
I am
haven't played the
watching
game.
the show.
Have you played the game?
I watched the game.
Okay, do you know
I'm
how...
the watcher of
do you know how it ends?
storytelling games.
Do you
I
know-
like just watch playthroughs.
There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, we'll talk
We'll
about
get
that
there.
later.
We'll get there when we get there.
Okay, do you know how the game ends?
Is it okay if I don't really
That's
remember?
Do we want to breach the spoiler territory right
Joel
now?
kills everybody. Everyone. They all die. Nobody's left.
The end.
Okay, now that we've gotten that out of
Okay.
the way.
No, that's fine.
Take the air out of the room.
I'm gonna start crying now. Be right back.
Yeah, like, oh, I was watching it still.
Damn it.
How many episodes in The Last of Us?
Okay,
So the show is
8.
9.
8?
Oh, is it
Past
9?
8 weeks has
I thought
been.
it was 9.
9?
It's 8 or 9.
One of those two. For
Fact
sure.
checked.
In fact, no, damn it.
We don't need to do this. This isn't important.
Okay, so I just want to go around the table, except for Czar, because he hasn't even started yet.
Valid. Valid.
Which, by the way, what the fuck are you waiting for?
The end of the season.
It's
Which
here.
just happened.
How could you not watch the entire thing yesterday?
Because I don't like watching week to week. It's
I
just
know,
too
you
much
could've
of a
watched it
commitment.
yesterday.
It's something to look forward to.
What was I
know
doing
what?
yesterday?
Isn't it so weird? I actually like week to week now compared to like when Netflix first dropped like as a service and you watched everything all in one sitting. I was like, this is the greatest thing ever. But now I really like week to week.
Yeah, because you don't feel like as much of a piece of shit.
Not even that. It's like there's more anticipation. Like
But we know how it ends. We know exactly what happens.
yes, I get it, but like it holds your suspense for a while.
Okay,
like, it
fine.
keeps interest, and like you can talk about it with people, and like they did stuff that's different with the show than from the game. That was very interesting. Like the episode with Bill and Frank.
Oh my god, that
that was
episode
That made
was
me cry.
so good. Yes. And that's actually my first question is, okay, we've got the entire series now. Oh, by the way, spoilers are, so just cover your ears.
Oh, I can't cover my ears. They're covered with earphones. I only hear louder.
Sounds like your problem.
What?
So
This is a bit that only the people sitting here can get.
yeah. All right, so the first question I've got on the docket here is, in what ways did The Last of Us, the TV show, do the video game justice? Now, the obvious answer is in literally every point, because the show was fucking awesome. It was so true to the original, but in some ways it really did also add to the experience. So in what ways did it add to what the experience of The Last of Us, right? Like, Cyrah, you said the episode with Bill and Frank.
I think the one with Ellie and her lady friend was pretty.
Yes,
That was
the one based on
that
the
was an
DLC.
experience. That
It-
was like
Yeah. What's funny about that is, Chez is right, actually. It was DLC, but it was DLC that came out quite a bit later. Because nowadays, DLC is just like, up, game dropped, up, DLC.
What's her name? Tara? The love interest of Ellie.
That's the love interest of Joel, and it's not even like a
Joel's
love.
Tess is Joel's love interest. Do you remember Ellie's?
yeah. Oh, her name.
Riley.
Riley.
Right.
Riley.
Okay.
So, but I mean, that's a good point, because not everybody got to the DLC, because by the time it came out, like, said and done.
It was like, I don't know, like Ellie was just such like she's kind of like a powerhouse, and it was like she kind of just one-upped Ellie.
Yeah.
In terms of like being able to like boss her around and tell her what to do. Like
Well,
go there.
Right, because nobody can do that to Ellie.
Yeah, no one can except for her apparently.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, well, and like they said in like the after episode thing, they needed someone that could like match Ellie's energy. They needed someone who could like, oh god, how do I put this without making it sound weird? Because they were
Domineering.
children.
Dominatrix.
Yeah, they needed someone that could dominate this 13-year-old. No, I don't like that.
I don't like the sound of that at all.
Yeah, no, that's bad.
So they needed someone that had like an even more powerful presence than what Ellie already was and what Bella Ramsey was bringing, and like they did such a good job. We're kind of jumping around a lot. Do we have a specific format we wanted to go through this? Or
Not really. And here's the reason why. Because, like, the truth be told, like, The Last of Us, the TV show, especially for, like, the first few episodes, didn't do anything that deviated from the story much. In fact, none of the show deviated from the story much. But, so the question is just, like, what did it add? And I think, yeah, for sure. Riley and Ellie's relationship, for sure. And then, like, Bill and Frank. Like, especially Bill and Frank. Because in the game, they didn't even say that they were, like, together or lovers. They just said, like, my partner, right? And
yeah,
of
but
course,
it was heavily implied. Like there was no like, ambiguity. It was like, oh man, was Bill gay? No, everyone was like, yeah, Bill was gay. Like obviously.
yeah, but nonetheless, actually just overtly saying, oh yeah, these guys are gay and they're together, without any room for, like, error. Yeah, sure, it got everybody who was a hick and loved The Last of Us game really mad. They're like, no, that's just his buddy Frank. They were really close.
Look at those two good friends.
The two good
growing strawberries
he lost
together.
his bro. Yeah, that's out the fucking window.
I like to think that they were like, redneck type people watching The Last of Us being like, oh yeah, I'm totally Bill. Oh man. It's like, wait a minute. No.
Wait, what's he doing?
What's going on?
Bill, stop.
Wait,
Stop.
wait.
Stop,
That's
please.
not me anymore. No.
And by
No.
But by the end, even they're crying. See, like, that's what I'd do, honey. I'd grow you strawberries.
You and me, JP, we would be Bill and Frank.
You are a strawberry.
That is not the right fruit, but okay.
That wrong fruit.
Yeah, he's a peach. He grows on a bush, remember?
That's peaches. Wait, what?
Listen, I played Stardew Valley enough to know that peaches grow on trees, all right?
That's true. That's true. I remember.
But The Last of Us really, like, I think it took everything the game was, like, boiled it down to, like, the essential parts of it. I would argue that The Last of Us on the show told a better story than The Last of Us in the game. Because, one, the show feels more focused
Sure.
and more... it feels some, like, kind of more urgency as well.
Okay.
Whereas the game, like, it has to last as long as the game needs to. The game needs to be 12 hours. So you have to spend at least 3 hours moving ladders and platters around,
Well, and
Finding
plus,
them collectibles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And plus, I mean, a game lasts as long as your incompetency allows it to, right? Like,
Yeah. Well, and, like, I think, like specifically the episode with Bill and Frank, The Last of Us is never a show about, zombies or cordyceps, which are the stand-in for zombies, but it's like it is a show specifically about relationships and growing.
Right.
I like growing a relationship with a person and overcoming loss and stuff like that, and how people deal with loss. I think there are definitely some people who misinterpret The Last of Us as a game that's about, post-apocalyptic John Wick going across the city with a
Right.
with
Zombie.
girl.
Yeah. And it's really funny because, like, my mom and dad are watching the show right now, too. Sometimes I'd watch it with them, sometimes I wouldn't. But I was watching, like, last week with my dad, and he was just like, I don't think Joel's a very good guy. And I'm like, none of them are good guys. That's the point.
Funny you should say that.
Yeah, although at the end, like, that's the thing is, like, at the end, I'm like, oh, yeah, 100% Joel should not have done that. It's like, yeah, the whole point of, like, the world of really any zombie apocalypse is that it's really easy to blur the lines between wrong and right. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to saving the life of one little girl versus saving everybody, yeah, Joel did not do the right thing.
Well, and that's the thing. Nakey Jakey talks about this in his Last of Us video that came out like 2 or 3 years ago, like after the release of Last of Us 2. Like you're actually like for most of the game, you're on the same page as Joel. Like you meet Ellie at the same time as him, and you kind of grow to love Ellie the same way he does because you have the same reaction to her. Like she's very off-putting. She's kind of an asshole when you first meet her. And like, you're like, fuck this girl. I want to get rid of her as soon as possible. But like as you spend more time with her, you also grow to love her just like Joel does. Yeah. And like it really isn't till the end of the game where you may have a divergence from Joel and like your opinion of like what he's doing is right or wrong. Like you're kind of on the same page as him the whole way through.
I mean, maybe you're right, but it's just like from my perspective, it's funny because it truly is that trolley question, right? It's like, would you run over one person or like 5 people? But the one person is your grandma's like mahjong friend, and your grandma loves mahjong. You can't do that. All right, Cyrah, you look like you want to say something.
Well, in the game, you know how games have different endings? Did you have a choice with?
It's a linear story.
It's
no.
It's not interactive?
No.
Well, fuck this. I'm going home.
Most games aren't, you asshole.
Hey, JP, I know it disappoints you, but not every game can be Mass Effect.
Oh, yes, that game that I have played.
That you love so much.
Twice. Octopath Traveler? Hey, no, get back here. Hey, come back here.
You put that headset back on, man.
All right. So, look, most people who have played the game have absolutely adored the show. We're not introducing anything that most people don't already know. Here's the real question. What did the show do that you think did not give justice to the video game? I've got a big one, but I want to hear some thoughts.
I got a big one here. When Tess was making out with that zombie, that wasn't right.
Did that get you going?
Like, I felt like the way they handled, like, honestly, that was my biggest problem with the show, and I think the last episode felt a little rushed, personally. Like, I agree with that. They should have savored that episode a lot more, like, maybe made it longer, made it take over 2 episodes. I don't know.
They've made more mundane episodes take like an hour and 20 minutes in that series, but like the finale, you give them the standard 40, it's like, yeah, that's not right.
Yeah, no, so the last episode felt pretty rushed to me, and then, Tess making out with the zombie, it was left a little too ambiguous why it was like that, and the tone of the scene didn't really feel like, don't get me wrong, like it's meant to make you uncomfortable, and it does, but like I didn't get like what they were trying to go for with it.
Just get somebody going, I guess.
Yeah.
Like whoever was like, yeah, this is great.
Anyone else here into mushroom tendril porn?
Who isn't?
Yeah. Do I?
There was a lot of searches after that episode.
I think I just found a new fetish.
Damn it. Okay, fair enough. Cyrah, what about you?
Oh.
What are your
You're really putting me on the spot
You're really
here.
putting me on the spot. I really don't remember anything from the game, so I can't really say.
It is difficult because, I mean...
It's so long ago.
Yeah, 2014, 2015 when the remastered came out.
So long ago. I really don't remember.
Okay, so here's mine. When we did our review of The Last of Us Part 2, I said that a huge theme in the game was choice, and how Ellie never really got to make a lot of choices for herself because all of her choices were always taken away from her. The choice to sacrifice her life in order to save everybody else was taken from her by Joel. The choice to forgive Joel was taken away from her by Abby. The choice to forgive Abby was finally her first opportunity to make a choice for herself, right? Taking away someone's choice is just not just a huge theme in like The Last of Us in general, but especially in The Last of Us Part 2. That all starts with the fact that Ellie knows that she'd be giving her life to save everybody else's in the Last of Us, the video game, right? She's very aware that that surgery is going to kill her. But yes.
Do they say that to her? Because
yes, Ellie knows.
I guess I don't.
Because that's a huge part of The Last of Us Part 2 is her with Joel saying, "Hey, you had no right to take that away from me."
I thought the thing with her and Joel in The Last of Us Part 2 was that like Joel lied to her about what happened.
Well, that too. But Ellie knew that the surgery would kill her.
I thought it seemed to me, at least, and this is what I took from when I played the game,
sure,
that she didn't know the surgery would kill her, but that she likely would have been fine with it had she known what it entailed.
In the game, they overtly told her.
Okay.
Like, hey, this is going to kill you. They didn't tell her until, like, she got to the hospital.
It has been a while since I played the game, so I definitely could be wrong there. But that's how I interpreted it.
And I think even that's wrong. Like, hey, thanks for coming all the way across the country. This surgery will kill you.
Right.
But nonetheless...
Would you like anesthesia?
Yeah. And the truth is, even if Ellie was like, no, they probably wouldn't have given her a choice. But So, I think not talking about that in The Last of Us, the show, could have been done differently. And it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out in The Last of Us Part 2. Or whatever, Season 2, whatever. Right.
The Last of Us Part 2, Season 2.
Remastered. And finally, for those of us that have played The Last of Us Part 2, what are we looking forward to the most in Season 2?
Well,
apart from the game.
Like, for Season 2 specifically, I mean, I didn't play The Last of Us Part 2. I watched The Last of Us Part 2 because it came out when, I think, didn't it come out on PS5 exclusively first and then released
Nope,
later?
It was on PS4 first.
Oh, well, I never played it because I thought it was PS5 exclusive for a while, so I watched it.
Just like Stray.
Yay.
No!
But I watched all of it, and I know what happens. I think, really, what it's going to... I'm curious if they're going to shift up the storytelling for Season 2, because I've always said that I think the biggest problem with The Last of Us Part 2 is that I don't think they told the story they wanted to tell properly. I think, they started off immediately on the back foot when they introduced Abby's side of the story after, what happened with Joel happened. And I think if you introduce her and her father first and kind of establish them as characters and what they've been through, then you kind of lead up to this point where, like, you can still have that kind of suspense of, like, oh, okay, who are these people? Why did we spend so much time with them? Because you establish them, you get to grow with them and like them and all whatever.
Sure.
Cut to, and then you show the scene from the hospital again, and you show her and her dad, and then
So you think there would have been more conflict for the audience of, instead of, they almost sacrificed it for shock value, right? Because they killed Joel right off, which obviously pissed the audience off. You think it would have been more rewarding if they worked up to killing Joel?
Yeah, I think, because also
working with
people like Joel, like a lot of people didn't think Joel did anything wrong. Like that's a big thing. Is people like...
Well, people didn't think Germany did anything wrong either. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I mean, you're not wrong there. There's some people hold, sometimes people hold wrong opinions. But there are people that don't think Joel did anything wrong, and they don't understand, like, why what happened to him.
No, you know what? But though, when it comes to The Last of Us Part 2, people were already pissed off before it even got to a point where anybody could critically think about the story. So I guess we'll see. I think
people were pissed off because of transphobia before that game came out. They thought that Abby was a trans woman, and she's just like, because women can't be
because
strong,
she was
apparently.
buff.
Yeah.
And then it turns out that the trans character was somebody else in the game, and I'm like, what the fuck now, bitches?
Yeah. No one was upset about Lev. Everyone was upset about Abby
for being buff.
Yeah, for being a buff woman. Like the sweatiest nerds.
Although
of
she
all
was pretty
time.
buff. She was. I was like,
but women can be buff. Like that's just a thing that can be.
Not buffer than me.
Not buffer than me, says all of the like scrawny little sweaty nerds typing behind their keyboard.
Yeah, precisely. So, I'm not going to lie. How crazy would it be? Imagine this. The Last of Us Season 1 did a very good job of basically recreating the game, right? Like, with a few differences. What if The Last of Us Season 2 did something different and went down a completely different path? Instead of being true to The Last of Us Part 2. No?
I don't think it should.
I think that'd be crazy if it did, though.
I think it'd be dishonest to tell a completely different story in Season 2 of The Last of Us. I think that the story they want to tell in The Last of Us Part 2 can be told well. Because, like, really the theme of The Last of Us 2, again, this is from the Nakey Jakey video, is, like, they talk about cycles of violence and how, you know, cycles of violence are bad and, like, you know, kind of very toxic and how they spread from you to other people and everything like that. And, you know, it's not until you decide to end your own personal cycle of violence that you can start, you know, beginning the healing process and what have you. Really, the biggest problem with that theme is it's not really a theme that you haven't learned from any other, you know, like, show or movie, you know, like Pocahontas or, for anime fans, these are the examples that Nakey Jakey uses, like Pocahontas or Princess Mononoke.
So, first of all, Princess Mononoke, if you've never seen that, it was fucking... That was brutal. That was hard to watch. Second of all, the problem I've always had with conversations about The Last of Us Part 2 is I felt like they were being way too shallow with their interpretation of the things that happen in the game. For example, my interpretation of, if you really think about it, the game is about choice and how, like, valuable the ability to choose what happens with your life is. Right? Starting with, like, all of the different ways that, like, a zombie apocalypse would change up your freedom versus, like, the way Joel took away Ellie's choice to choose to save the world, and then Abby's taking away Ellie's choice to, like, forgive Joel and learn how to live with him.
I feel like
you can find these themes if you look hard.
I feel like the theme of choice, like, I'm not saying it doesn't exist in it.
Sure.
I think it's in there as a smaller extent to the overall... Like the overarching theme
of revenge bad.
Yeah, like of revenge cycles of violence bad. I think, like, and that's really the theme they wanted. It seemed to me especially that they wanted to hit on more than anything else.
Right. And my other criticism is, let's say that's the theme, revenge bad. So what?
No, and that's fine. Like,
we still got a damn good fucking story out of it. A damn good game that was fun to play. That's the point people always missed.
Nobody talks
when they were talking about The Last of Us Part 2.
How good the combat in Last of Us 2 is.
We didn't think they were going to improve The Last of Us Part 1, but we were wrong. They did it way better in The Last of Us Part 2.
The Last of Us Part 2 has incredible combat. Like it's actually fun to play. It's...
But Abby has muscles, so no, we can't have that.
You know, shouts out to whoever they get to play Abby in Season 2, because you're about to have a real rough...
You're going to have to work out, girl.
Well, I don't even mean in terms of that. I mean, like, the internet is going to tell you to kill yourself, and, like, that's...
They already did that to Bella Ramsey. Czar and I covered
horrible,
that.
By the way.
Yeah.
No,
fuck everyone who sends death threats over the internet.
I mean, yeah, poor Bella Ramsey, but I mean, at least she seems to have taken it well, or if she hasn't, she hasn't shown it, which is good, you know, because you can't let the internet people know that they, you know, got to you in any way. But I think Bella Ramsey, first of all, did an incredible job, and I completely trust them to find whoever to play Abby. You know,
right.
I think they're going to do a really good job casting, because it's been perfect so far.
Yeah, I totally agree. All right, and to wrap this up, to bring us back to a more positive place, let's talk about what we did to celebrate Mario Day.
Hell yeah.
And Czar, you finally get to participate because you didn't watch The Last of Us.
I watched the Mario Day Direct, though.
All right, so let's talk about Mario Day. So there's a lot of ways that people celebrated. One article I found was from New York, right, where they did a complete festival celebration. Life like Mario, life like Bowser, life like Peach to smash my face between her thighs. All the good stuff.
Sorry, what was that last one?
What day? Yoshi.
Die by that thigh.
Die by the thigh.
But no, yes, Mario Day, and if listeners out there don't know, Mario Day is dedicated on March 10th, because if you write out the March and the 10th, it looks like Mario.
No fucking way.
Oh my god, it's
Oh my
crazy.
God.
Yeah. But this Mario Day actually has been regarded as the best Mario Day in history.
Maybe because people are taking it seriously. Actually, for
I
once.
guess so. But let's start off. And yes, we know that Mario Day has come and passed, but let's talk about what happened. So the day of in New York City at the Nintendo store,
Yep.
they had a big all-day sale on all their merch inside, which natural. But you could also take pics with life-size Bowser and even a flag goal from the Mario series.
No Peach? no thighs?
Maybe. There were a lot of hidden details that have yet to come out because no one really knew what Nintendo was offering before Mario Day happened. But now that it has, I guess we're just kind of waiting to see what festivities came out of that.
All right.
And so that was the day of. Now at night, they kicked off with a little festival. There was a meet and greet with Mario himself.
No way.
Yeah,
Chris Pratt?
No, God, no. The real Mario.
Why would you say that?
Why? Leave. Get out of here.
Still waiting for the day Chris Pratt just like, I close my bedroom door to go to sleep at night, and he's like, hey, you really hurt my feelings with what you said about
I can Yahoo with
I'm
the
a
best
good
of
Mario. And I'm like,
Chris Pratt just standing over your bed. Mamma mia.
Here, Chris, get out of here. God. Jesus, I got work tomorrow.
Well, the New York Nintendo store also gave out some free goodies the night of, and there was some contests. In years past, they've given out Mario Legos. They've given out Joy-Cons specific to Mario.
Okay.
So, a bunch of good stuff. But this is not just Mario Day. This is Mario Month, people.
Ooh.
Because we got sales on a lot of Nintendo games, mostly Mario games. The Wave 4 of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC is coming to us.
Where we get to play the illustrious Birdo.
Yeah.
I bet you don't want to play any League of Legends after that shit, Cyrah.
You can change Birdo's color.
From
All
what
right,
to what?
Birdo can
Yes.
be pink, Birdo can be green, Birdo can be yellow. Birdo can be any color you want it to be.
I was going to say, I don't think it has a gender, but...
Well, it's got a bow.
Oh, bow means female. That video games taught me that. Okay.
Only in,
Actually,
like, the
usually-
80s.
Yeah, usually bow means that their gender is that they're a woman.
Miss Pac-Man did that.
Yeah,
Just give him a
Pac-Man
bow.
just put a bow on, and that was Miss Pac-Man. So back to that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe release. In that package, we got a map from Tour called Amsterdam Drift. We have a GBA map called Riverside Park, a Wii map, DK Summit, and of course, a new map, Yoshi's Island, plus the new DLC character Birdo.
Okay, what's this thing that Cyrah's passing around? Hold the phone.
Read this meme out.
Fact check.
She fact-checked us.
Fact check. Okay, so Cyrah Googled Birdo gender. The English manual for Super Mario Bros. 2 refers to Birdo as a male
But he
who
prefers-
thinks he
just
is a girl
We got surprise fact-checked.
and would prefer to be called Birdetta. Did we get the first official video game transgender character?
Hey, that's pretty cool, actually.
I mean,
God.
Prefers to be called Birdetta? That's
But is the
super
source
cool.
correct? Where
I
are we
mean, Miss
reading?
Pac-Man
we're
is
reading
just
from
Pac-Man with lipstick and a
Wikipedia,
bow.
though.
So I mean, like,
That
if
wasn't
you
his
ask-
wife?
Have you ever seen them in a room together?
In the cartoon,
No. What cartoon?
They had a cartoon. It was on WB.
What?
WB?
Yeah.
Did they have legs and stuff?
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah, it was weird.
No legs.
It was weird.
No legs. All right. What else? What else did we do to celebrate Mario Day?
Okay, so this actually happened the day before Mario Day, but because Japan is over 12 hours ahead of the U.S., it was actually Mario Day. But I sent this to the Game T group chat, and we got a new full Mario movie trailer. Now, this Mario movie trailer showcases all of the voices we've been waiting to hear, from Seth Rogen to Anna Joy Taylor.
No, we got a little bit of Seth Rogen in a Donkey Kong previous to this.
Real
Didn't
quick,
we?
isn't
We
it
did.
Anya Taylor-Joy?
Anya? Is it Anya or Anna? I think you're right. I think it's Anya.
I honestly don't know.
She was in the menu.
I'm gonna be real with you. That's the person I'm least excited about.
Are you kidding me?
No.
It is Anya Taylor-Joy.
Okay,
Not at all.
Anya.
I can name Jack Black as Bowser,
I'm real excited for that.
I think Jack Black as Bowser is the best
Charlie
one.
Day as Luigi.
That's not as good. Charlie Day makes
you
a good
guys.
Luigi.
That's a
Don't-
great
I think
But
that's top
pick.
3.
Yeah, he's top 3.
No, I'm done. You and I sort of.
The crunch heard around the table.
Wait, I thought I lifted it up. I thought it was not going anymore. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine. I mean, I thought is that pretty easy to edit out, Czar?
Oh, it's fine. It's going to
Okay.
be funny
Oh,
in the
what's the-
episode.
What's the listener gonna do?
leaving
Come
that
to the
in.
studio?
Just we're
kidding
talking
me?
about Anya Taylor-Joy. Just
crunch, 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 crunch. I'm leaving that shit in.
It's like, yeah, that's a death threat. I'm like, what? Come on.
But yeah, I think I would definitely put Charlie Day as Luigi between 2 and 3, because I think Anya Taylor-Joy as Peach makes a lot of sense. Like, I loved her in Queen's Gambit. I loved her in the menu.
Haven't seen it. You know what I have seen? Pineapple Express.
I think Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong, I can kind of see. Like, at first I was like, but I'm growing on it more.
I said the same thing.
I don't get that. Immediately when I saw Seth Rogen cast as Donkey Kong, I'm like, oh my god, that makes sense.
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
That's Donkey
my-
Kong, Seth Rogen.
In
I
my
get
head,
it.
the Donkey Kong laugh doesn't sound like Seth Rogen's laugh. Like,
That is frustrating. That's really frustrating for me that the Seth Rogen laugh is not Donkey Kong's
Really?
laugh.
I'm relieved.
yeah,
I'm
I'm
very
don't
relieved.
know.
I'm glad
I
that
always-
Seth Rogen laugh isn't in there. Don't get me wrong. Like, it's iconic, but like it doesn't belong in Donkey Kong's mouth.
Fair enough.
What does belong in Donkey Kong's mouth?
Bananas.
Okay, yes, good. That's
Golden bananas.
Yeah, specifically
With the
because-
N64 logo.
As we all
Correct.
know, the golden bananas were Donkey Kongs, and I think the red bananas were Diddy Kongs, and the blue bananas. Who did the blue bananas?
Lanky.
Lanky Kong. Okay.
Lanky Kong,
purple
you
was
asshole.
tiny. Green was chunky.
All right, so you mentioned some sales, and I've actually got a complete list of the games that are on sale and for how long they're on sale for.
Nintendo doing it? No, that doesn't sound right.
I mean, it's for $5 each game. The sale.
$49.99. You can now buy Super Smash Bros.
All right, so from March 10th to March 23rd, Mario Party Superstars, which, to be fair, pretty good game. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, Yoshi's Crafted World, Luigi's Mansion 3, and the multiplayer pack set to go with Luigi's Mansion 3, which I'm going to be honest, I've never heard anybody
There was a
fucking talk about.
multiplayer map for that
Exactly.
game? What the fuck? How? Why? Who cares?
Didn't they have multiplayer on that game on release, and then just nobody cared?
Well, yeah, because you can play as
Yeah.
Luigi.
Gooigi.
That's what it
Luigi,
was.
yeah.
Motherfucker.
The little flubber thing that pops out of the back of the vacuum.
Flubber ass. All right, and then there's Wave 2, which takes place from March 24th to April 7th. Get ready for this. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, okay? Super Mario Odyssey, New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, Mario Maker 2, and Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury.
Wait, Mario Maker? That's coming to the Switch?
Homie, Super Mario Maker 2 has been out for Switch for a while.
And
For whatever reason, like in my head, that's only a Wii U game because like isn't
No,
Mario
both of
Maker
them.
made for the Wii U?
it was, yes, originally, but both Mario Maker 1 and 2 are now on the Switch.
Damn. Okay. I mean, that's good.
And I'm not going to lie, it's the one time where I'm like, yeah, the Switch did it better.
Did it?
Literally, this one game franchise is the only time I've ever said in my life, yeah, the Wii U did it better.
Okay, well, you just said the Switch did it better, so you
Stop
mean the
sending
Wii U.
mixed
No,
signals.
okay, if I said Switch, I meant the Wii U. The Wii U.
Okay.
Actually, the Wii U was made for a game like this.
Yeah, like honestly, because like the tablet on the bottom side where you have the grid. Where you
Oh,
can place
so
everything,
nice.
That's exactly what you need to make a Mario map.
So nice. And on the Switch, it just feels clunkier.
Yeah, well, I mean, hopefully no one's using motion controls for that because
Motion controls.
These blocks won't snap.
yeah, it honestly Mario Maker was probably the best like hit of the Wii U, and I never even had a Wii U, but I could.
No, I'll attest to that. Anything that's not a port or a remake, 100% Mario Maker was like the game on the Wii U.
Yeah,
100%.
So that's awesome that so it's a remastered one of that coming to the Switch, or
No, it's already on the Switch. It's just going on sale.
going on sale. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah. That's actually a lot of really mainline titles going on sale. Nintendo usually doesn't put those heavy hitters.
Right, but again, it's like $5 to $10 at most. Maybe 15 if Nintendo's feeling very generous.
If you buy like 5 games, the savings can add up to 1 game.
I think the funniest thing Nintendo's ever done, unironically, is they offer the game vouchers. Do y'all know about the game vouchers?
No, I don't.
If you spend $100, you get 2 game vouchers, which are good for any game on the Nintendo Store.
Do you have to
Wow.
spend $100 at once? Or?
Yes. To save $20 ultimately. And they
What a steal.
unironically they advertise this shit on Nintendo Direct events. Like, we're supposed to be like, stop the fucking presses. Because in Nintendo's world, that's being generous.
I suppose so. Yeah, they don't.
After
They don't
you-
like sales.
Yeah, after you spent $100, that's when you matter to Nintendo.
That's when the savings
one
start
time.
rolling in.
They don't want no broke boys only spending $60 to $70 at one time.
All right.
All right, was there anything else with Mario Day?
I don't believe so. Shall we move on to the quick takes?
Cyrah, was there a League of Legends Mario event?
I don't
Well, there
think I
should have been.
Did they say Yahoo?
Yeah. Fucking League of Legends. Fucking Mario Day. Fucking sales. Fucking Nintendo.
Hot takes.
All right, for fuck's sake, fine. All right, we've got 2 quick takes today. Number 1, a streamer is attempting to beat Breath of the Wild using an ocarina as a controller. This is an ocarina that he manually crafted that can, like, control Breath of the Wild characters.
Where was this dude's Guitar Hero controller?
That's funny you mentioned that, because that's exactly what I was thinking about. It's like, have you ever seen that dudes who will beat, like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen Halo 3 beat on a Guitar Hero controller on
Or
Legendary.
even, like, yeah, Dead Souls.
There was a girl who beat like she was playing 2 Dark Souls games at once, and she beat both of them using a dance pad.
Oh,
Jesus
I saw that.
Christ.
Yes. No, that was wild.
That was
Why would you
crazy.
do that?
You know, that sounds like just the worst punishment you could give to yourself. And the crazy thing was, like, these
I
games,
can't
like,
stop dancing.
they got out of sync. So, like, it's not like they were at the same place at the same time. They were in different places at different, like, times. And she still beat both of them using nothing but a dance pad.
That sounds like
Yeah.
hell. Why would you subject yourself to that?
She
like
got
how-
in crazy good shape, let me tell you.
The abs. she's actually training to be Abby in The Last of Us Season 2.
Oh, that was good. That was real good.
I mean, as far as using an ocarina as a controller, I mean,
It's
if we didn't live in the age that we live in right now, where people are beating all these crazy games using crazy things, I'd be more impressed. But like, I know it's at this point, it's like, I don't know, maybe beat it using a jar of peanut butter or something. I don't know, like something a little different.
Someone just beat
Something
Super Mario
with a jar of
Odyssey with a
mayonnaise.
potato.
That's fucking funny.
They wired the shit out of that potato.
All right. For the last quick take, PS Plus Extra is losing 9 games in March.
Didn't they just lose like 12
I
games?
was about to say they just
They
lost
did.
games.
All right, now, here's the truth. They're not great games. Let me go over the games. Danger Zone, Dungeons 2, Ghost of a Tale. I mean, already, these sound terrible.
Ghost of a Tale, I thought was pretty popular.
I don't know what you're talking about. I love Danger Zone.
Danger Zone. Monster Energy Supercross, Override 2, Super Mech League, The Vanishing of Ethan Carter, Velocibox, Victor Van Overkill Edition, and I'm sorry, Cyrah, I hate to tell you, but WWE 2K22 is being taken off the PlayStation Store.
If you got to storm out, I understand.
Goodbye, this is it.
Bye.
I'm gonna crunch ice on my way out.
Look, I feel the same way now that I feel when I saw Friends being taken off of Netflix. I never gave 2 shits about Friends in the first place, but you're taking away functionality from something I paid for, and I'm pissed about it.
I will not stand for it.
That's the thing is, like, even though we don't care about some of these games, I mean, there's probably at least a dozen people playing WWE 2K22. And that sucks for them if this is how they were playing it. I imagine those fans are probably not playing it on the PS Store, but
That's actually a big misconception. Is 2K22? That's not the year. That's the amount of people playing the game. 20...
Only 22 people.
Each year they gain one player.
Yeah.
But like, I do think it sucks that I don't want to say you're losing functionality, but you're definitely losing numbers. Like, I mean, Xbox Game Pass boasts like what 3,000 some games.
Give or take.
Yeah.
Like what? There's probably like 200 good ones.
Yeah.
Give or take.
if that. And I mean, the good ones most people have already played.
Yeah, and so like, but really what it comes down to is like, first of all, you want to have the big number. That's important. And second of all, like, there are people who are going to lose these games that they actually enjoy. Like, I think Dungeons 2, like, I thought Ghost of a Tale was popular. Maybe I was wrong, but
The Vanishing of Ethan Carter was very good. I played that game.
I just don't understand why. Like, these are older games. They're, they can't be that expensive to keep on your platform. Like, why not just
Keep them?
pay some money and keep them on there? Like,
that's just the thing, is how much longer is it going to be until they take away something that's actually, like, really worth keeping?
I mean, at this point, they just keep deassembling PlayStation Plus. Why don't they just get rid of PlayStation Plus altogether?
I wouldn't take it that far, because I think there's still a lot of value that you get out of PlayStation system, but it's like...
Well, yeah, but they're just deassembling it constantly. They're stripping games. They took out, I think it was last month, things like Until Dawn, Uncharted.
Well, that's all stuff that's coming out of the PS Plus collection?
Isn't this? Oh, this is PS Plus Extra.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah. In my opinion, that's almost worse, though, because, again, people have already paid for some of this stuff.
Yeah.
We're locked in.
Yeah. Stop taking people's games away
God
from
damn
them.
it.
If gamers hate one thing above all else, it's getting their games taken away.
Saying, like, I don't care if I'm never going to play WWE. I want it.
Exactly.
yeah, it's just, it sucks, like, because it can't be that expensive to keep the games on there, but they're just
not at all.
doing it because they can.
Yep.
All right, one last thing to do for today, and Chez, I wanted to give you the honors of the game releases, because we've got a great roster this week.
Oh, fuck, yeah, we do. Okay.
Oh, fuck yeah.
League of
So-
Legends.
No, Cyrah, no League of Legends. Get out of here.
They're re-releasing it.
So, for
Releasing
upcoming game releases, we have Anno 1800 coming out for PS5, Xbox Series on March 16th. Post Void coming out for PS4 and Switch on March 16th. Bayonetta Origins, Cyrah and the Lost Demon coming out for the Switch on March 17th. And this is our hype-up game, Peppa Pig World Adventures.
Yeah.
Xbox Series, Xbox One, PS5, PS4, Switch, and PC on March 17th.
Premiere!
And then Deceive Inc. for the Xbox Series, PS5, PC on March 21st. And I think this is Chia.
Chia.
PS5, PS4, and PC. What is Chia? Is that one of the ones that we saw at a event at one point?
Good Lord, I have no idea. So,
It's a head that you plant grass seeds in.
if you
and
didn't
then
think-
you wait 2 to 4 weeks and it grows hair. It's the best game ever.
Look, if you didn't make the joke, I would have. So I can't.
You can't discredit me for that.
Okay.
No one blames you.
Chia, do you remember? It was during. I want to say it was during a PlayStation State of Play event, but it's kind of like an artsy fartsy art style where I think you can turn into like animals
Yeah, we were
and use it to navigate
pretty
around the
stoked
world.
on that, I thought.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that did look
moderately.
really
I was
cool.
like, okay, this looks good.
Yeah, the art style looked really good for that.
So, I mean, if we're not going to get hyped about Peppa Pig, then I guess it has to be Chia, right?
By
Which,
default,
if you're not hyped for Peppa Pig, then fuck you.
then fuck you.
What was it? I thought I saw something that Peppa Pig is like 6 feet tall or something like that.
Jesus Christ!
That's
That's a
terrifying.
lot of bacon.
Why wouldn't you say that about Peppa?
Peppa. All right. It's got to be either between Chia or Bayonetta Origins, and I'm not going to lie, even Bayonetta Origins I don't really care about. That's kind of like the...
It's a spin-off. The art style looks cool, and I mean, you're going to get Bayonetta's backstory, but it's not a main title.
What's Bayonetta's backstory? How interesting could it possibly be?
I mean, I could
Ass.
imagine it being interesting because Bayonetta is, one, hot, and 2, she's like a witch with guns. So I could see her backstory being interesting.
You're like, I have some questions.
Did she get the magic first or the guns first? Or are the guns magic?
But my thing is,
Isn't it her hair?
her hair is kind of magic, but I don't think that's the thing that's magical about her. She's
See,
not
this is
Rapunzel.
why the game is essential.
The lore.
I'm going to keep it $150 with you. Not even for a second did I want to hype up Bayonetta.
I don't blame you. It's definitely, it's got the biggest household name value out of this whole list.
I don't know. Peppa Pig's probably known
Okay, fine.
worldwide.
Fine. Peppa Pig too.
And it's World Adventures.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he's
Maybe
actually got
Peppa
a
Pig
point.
goes to China.
Peppa Pig probably has more name recognition around the world than Bayonetta does.
All right. Look. If you want to play League of Legends like a scrub, Hogwarts Legacy like an asshole, or any other AAA game that makes you feel like you've lost your soul and your mind, go ahead and do that. Or you can do something that fucking matters and play Chia, where you get to be a seagull.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Seagull! Who doesn't want to be a seagull? You just go around, you eat French fries and popcorn.
You piss people off. You
That
shit
talk
on
about
like
people.
a spin-off of Goat Simulator, but with seagulls.
Yeah, it's great. You
They
eat,
call it flyby.
and then you go and talk to your buddies about other time you ate French fries and popcorn.
Hey, you remember when
I
that
do
tourist
that
gave me a
already.
French fry?
Like, oh, that
Need
was
to be
wild.
a seagull
That was
to
the
do
best
this.
day. What is going on
What's the
anymore?
seagull problem like in Hawaii?
What?
What's the seagull problem like in Hawaii?
It's a good question.
They're around.
I'm scared.
What are you, of the seagulls?
They're rats with wings.
Oh, God damn it. Okay.
Are we trying to get out of here, guys?
Yeah, I'm starving. It's time to get the fuck out of here. But let me tell you, Chez, Cyrah, it was fucking awesome having you guys on. Chez, yes.
Well, thanks for having me. I'll try to make it any time that you guys need to talk about TV shows or movies relating to video games, or just TV shows or movies. If you know.
What about
look
video
that direction.
games? That's kind of like your other, like, oh yeah, I forgot about video games.
Video games. I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes I guess I could swing it if you want. But
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
we're the TVs and movie podcast
Yeah.
today.
no, I'm still here, so that's not true.
Well,
yeah.
Cyrah, welcome to the show. Peaches, welcome back to the show. You two are free to join us whenever you choose.
Sorry, just
Stop stacking our beers.
a cool $1,000. You can be on the show every week. Spend $1,000 to fly into Omaha.
I feel like it would just be cheaper to live here.
It would be.
It's pretty cheap to live here, to be honest with you.
Nebraska, it's not for everybody.
She, this is kind of a side tangent. She took a picture of a wrap that she got for $6.
Oh my
She was
god!
so excited.
I am so excited about this. wrap.
$6 for a wrap?
Yeah, no, we were coming in from Colorado
gas station.
At a gas station, and they had a sandwich, and it was
was a
only
wrap.
$6.
Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. Thank you.
The moral of the story: shit's expensive in Hawaii. She was
Look
so
at
excited.
it. It's $5.99.
It's all right. All right.
All right, let's get out of here, boys.
I'm really excited because they told Cyrus that she needs outro. So thank you all so much for listening to another episode of the Game Tea Podcast. We'll see you in the next episode.
You just got your game tea.
Mwah.
Ahoy-ho.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
I mean, see you later.
I think
Bye.
she called it a swear.
Bye.
For sure, a swear.
A Huda Media Production.